South Africa and Saudi Arabia have beef, but it's the good kind. A new deal has been struck between the countries that will see South Africa export beef and other red meat products to the nation as early as next year. It's expected that Saudi Arabia could place orders of up to 1,000 tons per year. This would make it one of our biggest export destinations for local beef products. Certainly great news for local suppliers. Let's get some comment on the deal from Louw van Reenen, who is the CEO of the Beefmaster Group. Louw, thank you very much for your time this evening. So opening new markets is absolutely essential for the growth and sustainability of the agricultural sector. So in real terms, what will this deal mean to the South African beef industry in potential revenue annually?
Well, we hope that it will certainly be a big contributor to the foreign exchange revenue that we generate. And this is only one step in a plan that we've targeting towards 2030 to reach about 20% of our revenue exports or total sales as exports, and that we try to contribute about 12 billion rand extra to the industry.
So the industry has recently been struggling with foot and mouth disease. That outbreak is not entirely under control yet. We know that biosecurity in the years to come is going to be ever more critical, especially in the global context. So how does the foot and mouth situation in South Africa, has it impacted this deal in any way?
Yes, it has, but you must understand that a lot of those countries don't see it as a threat because they don't have national herds themselves, you know, and Saudi Arabia is also struggling with foot and mouth, and our government is really taking this Department of Agriculture is taking this to heart, and that's why we got invited. You know, they obviously of the delegation, and they know how we are struggling with the disease, but also are working towards eradicating the disease, and through bilaterals like this one. We believe that the other party have got confidence in the government to stem the disease and to make sure that it doesn't affect them.
We know there are, in a lot of cases, a lot of countries have very stringent export rules in place that often put a bit of a damper on trade relations. Tell us about the meeting scheduled for later this year with the Saudi Arabian Food and Drug Authority to ensure that products here and facilities here meet those export demands.
Yes, that's quite important. This is the next step in the agreement, and that they would come out and obviously assess facilities in South Africa. The main reason for that is that they come and do the inspections, specifically also on the slaughter of the animals, halal slaughter technique, that is obviously very important for the Muslim community, and that we need to do that according to their rituals, and that we are quite comfortable with, that we will be able to satisfy them, but also on biosecurity, health and hygiene in the facilities, which I can just mention is top class, because we do export to a number of Middle Eastern countries already, as well as other countries like China. We were approved for that as well. So our business is really world class when it comes to these criteria.
We know the agricultural sector has done exceptionally well in the last couple of years, despite a lot of other economic factors playing a role in other sectors. Agriculture has really had a couple of very good years. Do you think this deal could also unlock other potential exports for fresh produce to Saudi Arabia to strengthen those trade agreements?
Yes, there's a lot of exports already. There's a lot of fruit that's going there. We saw a lot in the supermarkets that were already on display there, and there was quite a lot of new products launched that coming out of South Africa. And Saudi Arabia has got a great affinity for South Africa, and we are very proud to be obviously a contributor to that. But there's a lot of companies that have done good work already on the exports to Saudi Arabia specifically. So no, it certainly is a destination for the farmers to export to, and the Saudis are more than happy to receive our products. They are very happy with our products.
We know that percentage-wise, exports is a relatively small segment of our local beef industry. But does this deal have a big impact on job security for local beef suppliers and obviously their workers?
Yes, it has, but it will at this stage. I don't think it will really result us in increasing jobs, but we'll certainly have job security, specifically stemming from foot and mouth disease, because a lot of the feedlots and slaughterhouses and abattoirs in South Africa have suffered because of the foot and mouth disease, and some of them might need to close down. So that will really help us if we can just retain jobs at this stage. I can just also mention that quite a lot with this transaction is the rural farmers that are.
Oh, goodness, Louw. Unfortunately, it looks like we are losing your signal. I'm going to give you another chance there because I know this is a very, very important topic, and the rural informal market in South Africa has been probably hardest hit by foot and mouth because they simply don't have access to feedlots and auction houses and abattoirs as much as farmers do have in sort of more settled areas. So please pick up where you left off if you don't mind.
You're spot on. You're 100%. You know, the problem is that the rural farmers don't have access to the markets, and we wanted to create an access channel for them to really be part of the value chain. And we are achieving that through the exports, and a lot of that really is the good work that we've been putting in for the last 10 years with government, and we're really trying to get them closer to the end market, which in this case will work out very well because we need those animals to be able to have more throughput if we want to export more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's so important, you know, growing agriculture, growing our economy. Agriculture plays such an important role. And thank you very much for those insights into the market. That was Louw van Reenen, who is the CEO of the Beefmaster Group. Incredible deal there between South Africa and Saudi Arabia.